Sometimes you survive something and you just did not deserve to survive it. This is one of those matches. I had a couple of things happen just kind of in a row that could have easily killed me, and yet I got through it. So this was a setup that I used a long time ago, then I got tired of it, so I switched to something else, and I just recently switched back to it on this particular mech. So I'm kind of looking at my weapon setup. You can see I'm setting up weapon groups here, and while I'm doing this, I'm completely ignoring my team, and I'm going left while everyone else is going right. Um, but what I was doing with my weapon groups is setting up two um, sequential firing groups. So normally, like if I press 1, I fire all of my medium lasers at once. But you can see that firing group number 5 has it's kind of ticking down the column. That indicates that you'll fire one medium laser, then another one in a sequence instead of all at once. So it helps you manage your heat when you're doing that. But anyway, so I've got a pretty fast assault set up. 68 kilometers is very fast for an assault. So I managed to use my speed to catch up to the team, and just like you see in my Hellbringer videos, I'll start hill humping or peeking over hills. So it's the usual, shoot someone, fall back a little bit. Now this guy, Backshot, who's piloting the Black Knight that I'm targeting right now, is actually a very, very good player. He's maybe not the best, but he is definitely good enough that he could easily kill me. And he decides to stay just behind that rock, and there in front of me to my left. If you look at my mini-map, occasionally you'll see that red ping. That is from a skill called Seismic Sensor. And if someone is moving within a certain radius of you and you're standing still, you'll see them ping on your mini-map.
Several enemy UAVs up. 4.
So anyway, there's Backshot peeking once. He's got a mech that's only slightly smaller than mine, but he's got a lot more weapons. Now the thing is, his weapons are generating a lot of heat, so he shuts down right in front of me. That was, pretty lucky on my part, because you can see he's already got me red in the center torso. And so then he has some friends who kind of come reinforce him. He starts to get away, but I just barely kill him. But then those friends, they start to hurt a lot. So I turn my left side toward them, trying to make them shoot my left arm, because I don't have anything in that arm. And I run as fast as my assault legs will carry me. Thankfully I had another assault behind me and a light mech as well. But it looks like they just killed that assault mech. So anyway, I'm still running because I know that if that group from back there catches up to me, I'm toast. So my idea is just kind of reposition, just get as far away from that as I can so that I get kind of lost in the shuffle, so that someone doesn't target me and take out my center torso. But you can see we're starting to clean them up pretty easily here. Now I'm in the center of the caldera, which means I am on the high ground, and all of my weapons are torso mounted. And your arms can move up and down pretty much as much, as much as you want, but your torso can only pitch up and down a certain amount. And so I have to really be selective about my targeting here and how much I expose, because there's only, so much I can actually fire back. Like this bushwhacker is below my line of fire. If you see the crosshair in the middle, that's where my torso weapons will fire, and then there's that line with the little circle at the end of the line. The circle is where my arm-mounted weapons would fire, if I had any. So we're down to just the last couple of guys, and they're both over in the same spot, and they're surrounded by, our lights, and they've got supporting fire raining down on them, so they won't be alive for much longer. So again, I'm trying to protect my center torso, and I just hide behind this rock because I have high-mounted lasers, or so I think. You know, my large pulse lasers don't really reach over the rock, so I decided to go ahead and pop out from behind it because it doesn't matter if I die at this point. We'll still definitely win. But the fight is over pretty much right when I get there.
Yeah.
So I did pretty good damage this time, and I'm trying to remember how much I took. 409. That's not too bad. I shared a decent amount of armor, um, and you know, did quite a bit in the process. Also, shoutouts to Executor, who pilots a medium mech there and does 675.